There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night, try to catch me howling at the moon.
Hey, dudes, dudettes, how's it going? Alright, today we're gonna go into some uncharted territory. Yeah. So these are rock hyraxes. We're over at TreeTop Exotics. I got Brian behind the camera. I got an angry guy yelling over here. I'm not gonna pretend to know too much about this species. It's a species I haven't worked with ever. This will be one of the very few times that I've had any interactions with them, but from what I did read, because we did some research beforehand, just that I know what I'm getting myself into here. Now, TreeTops has raised these guys for a long period of time. There's actually a couple of generations in there. Now, mommy had some babies. We're gonna get those babies out. So from what I understand, and this is all research that I just did a couple of minutes ago, so bear with me, my dudes, but these are actually ancestors or related to, in some way, shape, or form, elephants. That's right, elephants. I guess they got the weird kind of feetsies on them and then the skeleton, and they also will grow tusks, much like an elephant. And that's about as far as I got into that. I was more doing the research just because I wanted to find out if, you know, if there was anything that I needed to look for to pull these babies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out two babies, two fresh babies. There's two babies from last year. They're gonna continue to live in here. These guys do generally live in groups from what I'm looking at. These are the rock hyraxes. There's a couple of different species of them. From what I can tell, gathered from the research that I did very quickly, hastily, and not in the correct way, shape, or form, in any fashion, it seems like I'll probably get attacked by the male more often than the female. But I'm sure once they get close to the baby, she's going to do some attacking too. I don't know what the teeth are like. We're going to find out soon enough. So we're going to go in there, get two little tiny baby hyrax so that TreeTop Exotics here can hand raise two little tiny babies. Now, they're a lot like guinea pigs. So that I already know. That's one thing I did know is those babies do pop out, eyes open, fully furred. They look like little miniature adults. Like if you took the adults and put them in a microwave and shrunk them down, that's kind of what you get. So same thing with a guinea pig. And a lot of times with guinea pigs too, is people pull them a little bit too soon. So we wanted to make sure that we were pulling these guys at the right amount of time. Another interesting part about these guys is a lot like some of the lizard species out there, which we're gonna get into very soon. I'm actually gonna be doing an episode with something that Josh has over at his shop, the Egyptian Uramastics, the big boys that haven't come in a long time. And he's gonna have some babies over there shortly because we got a bunch of eggs from those females. Now, interestingly enough, these guys share characteristics with Uramastics. A lot of people don't know, but when I used to breed Uramastics, the big thing for that was to be collecting the adults' shit. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. So I would literally put the shit inside the baby's cage so they could eat that. So it's basically, how can I put this lightly? It's like us taking a probiotic. It's basically getting all the good bacteria that mom and dad already have to help the systems out, and then the babies are eating that just like these guys here. So these guys eat the shit too. So Bianca has to come in here and collect poop every single day and put it in with the babies because the babies are going to be feeding on leafy greens. They eat relatively quickly. So they're nursing on mom, but they don't rely on mom's milk. Within 3 to 4 days, these guys are already eating on their own. They're pretty much eating leafy greens, salads, the whole 9 yards. They go through that very quickly. And then on top of that, they're going to be eating the parent shit. And the reason they're eating that is because it's going to help out their digestive system. Number one, they do have a chambered stomach, so it's a lot like, I guess, a cow, I guess you would say. Blake would be a better example to tell you about the whole thing with the cows and the chambers of the stomachs and why it happens like that. But they do chew their food. They have the molars in the back. They grind it down. I'm assuming that comes back in and up and down and whatnot. But again, you would need a hoofstock guy to explain that. I'm not going to pretend to sit here and know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. But we do know what to feed them, and we know we got to get some poopies. And I'm not collecting poopies. Bianca's going to do that, but I am going to collect 2 little poopers, the babies. So let's do it. Bam. All right, so luckily enough for me, having no experience with a hyrax whatsoever, these are extremely friendly. You can already tell by the sounds that they're making. They're extremely excited to see me. So we got Big Mama protecting the babies right now. So let's see if I can. You need to go on a diet, little girl. Here, get in there. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but right to the left of her little fat booty, there's a little face back there I could see. So what I want to do is I want to shoot her out. Can you attack me out here? I would love it if you would just attack me on like the outside. You're gonna make it really difficult. Okay, so this is about the stupidest position to be in ever. But it doesn't look like she's gonna leave me much choice here. And I can tell even with the glove you wouldn't want to be bit by one of these things. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be fun.
Can you feel it through the glove?
Yeah, enough. Enough to where I wouldn't want to feel the little bare hands. Move that fat butt. Move your fat butt. Man, they got little fangies in there too, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna make me go barehanded. Alright, so.
No, don't you do it, dude.
I don't have a choice. There's only one choice here. Let's see what you want that. Yeah, the little babies bite too. Sons of bitches.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this glove to block Mom. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a fucking big ass one sitting right above my head, bro, ready to fire and rocket out. Alright, so let me watch her. Come, little hyrax.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, fucking hurts, bro. They got teeth in there, bro.
Yeah, but they were born like 2-3 days ago.
I don't give a shit.
Really? They already have those teeth in?
Born like Rocky Balboa over here,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Okay, I want to get one here. Mama's got a fat booty squishing these mofos in there. I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help. I just want to help.
This is 1 out of 2.
I know, the other one's going to be much more difficult. Okay.
Oh,
So,
look at that little kid.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't have anything. Don't make any noise, baby. Be very quiet. Okay, so that's 1. We got 1. You're f***ing animals. You guys are devils. You're devils. Okay, let's put this one in the crate real quick. Damn, man. Ow, you son of a bitch. Ow.
Oh, he's biting hard. Huh?
Yeah, can you let me go? Thank you. Alright, that's 1.
You gotta admit, that's pretty cool noises.
I do like the little nights. But this.
Ooh.
What's so vicious one?
Oh my gosh, he's playing tug of war with that glove.
I would like to scoot her to the other side. baby's at. She's so large and in charge. The other one I can see. I can hear it, but... Girl, you got booty for days, girl. Hard to get around that booty. Alright, get this glove back in position here. All I feel is booty. You know what? Let me slide this over. Go for the sneak attack around here.
Give you some room here.
Oh, can't even get into that side. Okay. You can actually pause that for a second if you want. We're going to try and figure out another way in. Boom. Alright, as per usual, Brian and I are prepared with the low battery in little to no time. So I'm going to scoot this just a teensy bit because I want to see where the butt of that baby is. Probably going to have to do this. But we got to be real careful because actually, you know what? I'm going to move the stepping stone. And I'm going to put your house all back together. Yes, angry munchkins. Who's so angry? Who's angry? Who's an angry beast? They're so angry. Come on, little dirties. He's just hanging on. Pull that rock back to teensy bit. Careful when you slide it. Nope, that's enough.
His head's trapped. His head's trapped.
That's the mom. You good, bud? Good, let me see that. Yeah, she was crushing with that fat booty. You got fat booty problems up in there, bud. Look at those little teeth these guys have. Look at these. Look at these little teethies. Don't get angry at me. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy in the crate. Do this quickly so we don't piss off any mommies or daddies here. And then we are going to triple check and make sure that there's not any more. From when I looked at it, they can have 1 to 4. And mom's got a big booty problems up in here.
She actually had 2 last year.
And scoot. I think that's it. I wish she'd move that fat booty. Move that fat booty. Alright, so just to be safe, I want to make sure there's not another one underneath her, so she may fire out. Just fair warning on that. Oh, that's it. Alright, so we got Hyrax babies. We'll show you what we got going on inside. I'm going to put together this house back together for them so they can get their home back. And we'll show you what we got going on the inside when we get the babies in there. Boom. Alright, dudes and dudettes. So after the epic battle of trying to get Big Mama out of the way, we got to the end result. So we brought these guys in, and I had to check on the little one because what was interesting, what I saw was that Mama was basically to protect the babies, which I give her credit for. She was doing a good job of that, but what she would do is basically mash her butt against them. So Brian and I were pulling the one out, and the one's got his arm like trying to hold on still, and mom's just pressing her butt up against his head, smashing him in the rock. But they are rock hyraxes, so they're fairly tough, extremely tough. I mean, we pulled these guys out and they were sweet, and now look at this shit. Watch this shit. Look, and these are a couple days, like literally days or a week old. And they got sharp teethers in there too. They got sharp little teethers. Look at them in there, just going at it. So I'm gonna be honest, like, oh, he's got my finger right now. He's got it. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he's really getting in there. He's really tearing it apart. He's really tearing it apart. And these guys do draw blood too. Let me see if I can get one of these guys out. I think that one. Yeah, bud. Okay, you're not coming down. You're just gonna bite more. Okay, all right. So we got these guys out, checked them over. They look great, and we saw something interesting. Brian and I both noticed it. So you can look and see that little patch on top. Oh, you know what it is, dude? I read about that shit. Oh my God, I'm a genius, bro. Retention. So when we pulled them out, they were, I don't know if they do it like, can't really say much about it, but there is that bald spot right there, and it's a fucking scent gland. It's a scent gland. So I did remember reading about that. So there is a scent gland, but when me and Brian got these guys out, I'm sure if you look into the video in the beginning, we ain't see no scent gland, homie. So apparently they have this little scent gland on the top of their body, which is weird because most animals will have that in their little private parts. The JJs, you know what I'm saying? Just swab that juice all over the place and just mark where they're at. That's their territory. And then these guys have it on their back because they're in such rocky areas. So from what I understand, and you can't quote me on any of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because one thing I do know is that if you pack them up tight like this, like they're in a rock, they just chill out. Look at that fucking face, dude. Oh my God, you're so cute. And Chris has had these guys for a while. How long have you guys had like the
2 years.
The troop out there? Yeah, it's been like 2-3 years. And apparently the lifespan's not very long, which is fairly depressing. So like 4 to 5 years on these guys, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, is he coming out?
He can climb out of that.
I want to see if he. Let's see if he tries to work it. Let me close it. That's a hot drop. Actually, come here, twinsy. Oh my God, look how angry this one is, dude. Come check this out. Dude, like for a couple days old, these fools got some spunk. And we're gonna make a short on these guys, bro, and I'm not gonna ruin the short. It was Brian's idea, and I think it's a hilarious idea. So we're gonna try and match our last short. And if you guys haven't seen the Jurassic Park short, I don't know what you guys are doing. You're missing out. Let's get both of these angry little bastards out here. Okay, so we got Angry 1 and Angry 2. And I'm gonna try and get them both because they seem like almost like if they're in a rock structure, they're much more comfortable. So from what I did read, what I do understand is they do have that scent gland on top so that they can mark territory. And much like a lot of other troop animals, they do live in, I don't know if they call them a troop. I don't know what they call them. I know they call the babies pups. I know that. Actually, I don't know that. It's very small amount of research that I did, so I'm not too trusting on my research, but I'm gonna try and give you as much information and then Google that shit. So from what I do understand, there is that scent gland on the back. It was a scent gland, Bianca.
I'm trying.
What?
So I'm trying to be quiet.
I don't even think, that's not what we said at all.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said it was a scent gland on the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read that hours ago and I forgot, and I was like, oh wait. So apparently there's a scent gland on the back so they can like scent their little area. So, I mean, I literally read for like 10 minutes, and this is the internet we're talking about, so who the fuck knows, you know what I'm talking about? Usually if I research an animal, it takes me at least a couple of weeks, almost a couple of months before I'm actually comfortable with it, and I'll talk to a bunch of people who have worked with it. So Chris has had these guys for about 2 years. I pass them all the time. They're cool looking, but they're constantly asleep. So apparently their resting period is about 95% of their life. They just rest, they hang out. So it's my spirit animal. all the way, angry as shit, and all they want to do is hang out and rest, except for they never get the chance to. These guys will, I just don't. So then on top of that, I forget what term they use, and I don't even know if it's a real term, but I guess the animals will do a lot of basking. So within the 95% of the time that they are chilling out, they'll do like, they'll pack on top of each other. So it'll just be a bunch of these guys packed on top of each other. So they only live for about 4 to 5 years. At 16 to 18 months, these guys are already sexually mature. The females stay with the family forever. So it's a lot like a troop of monkeys. So a lot of times with the primates, what you'll have is these giant troops. The males leave the troops because they have to go find other troops so that they can mitigate inbreeding. That's why males don't breed with other males when they're raised together, or with other males. Oh boy, we're getting into not touching it. So the primates themselves will actually leave because it mitigates the inbreeding, so they won't breed with each other when they're raised with each other. So same with these guys. Seems like the males leave the little family group setting that they're in, and then they'll go to the outskirts and they'll find another family group setting, and sometimes they'll even be the master of that setting. So it seems like the males protect the area, females are doing the baby stuff. Males seem to be a little bit more aggressive, but the noises these guys make are absolutely incredible. And you can see that from inside the cage to being held like this, and they're just basically close together, kind of like backed up against my pants so they can feel something on all corners. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure, like literally like barely any, but I'm just holding them just enough so that they feel snuggled in. And it seems like they calm down relatively easy once they're snuggled in. So the idea here is some hyrax have been born at treetops before, but Krista wants to see if we can get some tame hyrax, because I don't know if you guys noticed in the video, those guys out there are like the spawns of Satan. Yes, the spawns of Satan, I would call it that. Fairly angry when I got in there, and they make all kinds of noise. And even the babies themselves, even with their little teethers, they're in there getting angry as shit, bro. So like how can you be so cute and so angry at the same time? Like, I want to put my face next to your face, but I feel like I'll go home with less of a lip than I already have. But how fucking cute is that? Oh my god, dude, I don't even know what that looks like. Look at these little feet. So there's 4 toes in the front, it looks like. Maybe there's a 5th sneaking around there, but look at that back one. Little 3 toes there. Oh my goodness. You guys are the most funkiest looking animals I've ever seen. So that's the hyrax. I'm going to be doing a lot of research on these guys now, because now they've piqued my interest over here at TreeTop Exotics. So we're going to be going home and doing lots of research for you guys, just because I want to see. Are you going to bite me in the nose? You're going to be sweet? You're being sweet now? Alright, so we're going to put these guys up. We're going to let them get acclimated. They're going to be already eating their solid foods. Bianca was sweet enough to go get some dookie from outside for you guys to gnaw on mommy and daddy's dookie. Did you do that when you were a kid?
Of course.
Of course. Probiotics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get that probiotics.
That's how I got this strong.
Brian still does it to this day. His mom has to chase him around the house and tell him not to take
You
your
don't
poopies.
tell everybody that.
I'm trying. Yeah, that was private information. It's okay. He's got to keep his probiotics up. So, ladies and gentlemen, maybe I should preface this by saying, please don't eat other people's poop, dude. Like, that's not a real thing. Actually, poop implants are a real thing now. But if you want to learn about that, watch the South Park episode, all about that. Yeah.
Poop implants?
Yeah, bro, get with the times, dog.
Who does that?
Bro, don't ask me. Definitely not me. Comment below. Have you had a poop implant before?
What's the benefits?
Apparently beneficial bacteria or something like that. I don't know. Do the research, bro. I don't want to be like.
I don't know. That's why I have you. You do the research.
I'm doing research on hyraxes, so I'm like relatively busy right now. So quite frankly, like, I'm gonna hand these to Bianca over here, and then you could do the poop research, bro. They're super sweet. They're the sweetest things ever. They don't bite at all. So.
No. They don't have tusks.
No, not even a little bit. Let's see if we got any little marks. Look at that, dude. Look at little tiny guys, you're drawing blood already. Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get some sweet ones. So let's see. I don't know. All right.
It's not bite force. That's nibble force.
There's nibble force right there, bro. Little niblet force right there. Bite force, niblet force. Bite force, niblet force. But actually some really cool animals. And then for that tiny ass little thing, and you saw the adults in there, could fit in a center block. Granted, she's
they were born like 3 days ago.
Yeah. So you got, I mean, eyes open, fully furred, looking exactly like the adults, already eating solid foods, but related to the elephant, dude. So you have an animal this big related to something that's literally one of the largest mammals that we have on Earth. So go check it out. Google Google that shit. Do a bunch of research. I want to see what I can find out. So, thank you guys for joining us here at TreeTops. We're going to have some nice baby hyrax growing up, hopefully very tame. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep you updated. Boom!